Oh. Sarvadharmasthapakatvam sarvadharmaswarupakaha acharyanam mahacharyo Ramakrishna te namaha. O establisher of all the faiths, embodiment of all the religions, the greatest teacher among all the teachers, O Sri Ramakrishna, my salutations to you. Yathagner dahika shakti Ramakrishne sthitahiyan sarva vidya swarupantam saradam pranamamyam. My salutations to Sri Sarada Devi, the embodiment of all knowledge, who exists in Sri Ramakrishna as the burning power exists in fire. Salutations to Sri Ramakrishna, salutations to our Ma. And Sri Ramakrishna is teaching the BRAHMO devotees who have gathered at Beni Madhav Pal's garden house in Sindhi to celebrate their semi-annual festival celebrations. And to the question by one devotee, what is the way? Sri Ramakrishna has answered in a very clear way. The way is love and prayer and discrimination and renunciation. First, develop love for the sacred feet of the Divine Mother. Develop love for the holy feet of the Lord. And then start praying. Pray, pray, pray incessantly, always, constantly. And start discriminating between what is real and the unreal. What is permanent, what is momentary, what is eternal, and what is fleeting away. So Sri Ramakrishna says, discriminate and then negate. Get rid of all those unreal things, all those temporary things, all those momentary things, and hold on to the permanent, hold on to the real. So that is Sri Ramakrishna's teaching. And he says, you have to renounce post-discrimination. You have to renounce, get rid of all the unreal things. And the moment this topic of renunciation came, the devotee was a bit shaken. And he says that, is it that we have to renounce the world? Sri Ramakrishna says, no, don't renounce the world. Renounce the attachment to the world. Renounce getting attracted by the worldly temptations. All those things you renounce. You keep on working. You keep on working in the world. Do your worldly duties. And for that he gave the example of how to cut the jackfruit. When we have to cut the jackfruit, we apply oil to our hands so that the messy, sticky, white sap of the jackfruit doesn't, create any mess with our hands. It doesn't make our hands dirty and sticky that we cannot use the hands for a long time then. So apply oil. Apply oil of detachment, apply oil of devotion, apply oil of love for God. And then you jump in doing the worldly duties. Work in the world. Do your duties like the maid servant who is working in the rich man's house. When we look at that maid servant, we feel, oh, it is her own house. With such a command, with such authority, she is performing all the duties. At times she will even shout at the children of master, don't do this, do this correctly, do this right. But in the heart of her heart, she knows this is not her place. She may use her authority to, complete those works. But in her heart of hearts, she is fully aware her home is there back in the country. And God, like that, in the same way, when we are in this world, always keep in mind, this is just a momentary existence for us. Our real home, our real place is the lap of the Divine Mother. Never forget that. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, but this kind of mental renunciation, this kind of inwardly renunciation, the householders must have, they must possess. They must detach themselves from the worldly attractions. Attract only to the lotus feet of the Lord. But Sri Ramakrishna had then said that for the sannyasis, no, it is not just inward renunciation, inward and outward. It is renunciation, letting go of all the worldly things even. That is the difference between a householder and an all-renouncing monk or a nun. So Sri Ramakrishna says, but sannyasi should renounce the world both inwardly and outwardly. And then during this talk, Sri Ramakrishna had told that till the time that a person does not finish his enjoyments, till the time one does not finish, he doesn't bring his enjoyments to end, he cannot become an all-renouncing person. He cannot become an all-renouncing sannyasi. She cannot become an all-renouncing sannyasini. Those who have not yet come to the end of their enjoyments should not renounce the world. First, let the enjoyments come to an end and then renounce the world. Automatically it will happen, Sri Ramakrishna says. But when we have not come to the end of our enjoyments, the desires are still ignited in our hearts. Even a small desire of eating a small piece of sweet meat, it will not allow us to get to the stage of liberation, get to the stage of mukti. We are still trapped in the cycle of birth and death. So Sri Ramakrishna says, till the time the desires are not wiped out, till the time that someone doesn't come to the end of enjoyments, he cannot renounce. He cannot come out of this worldly life. Then this devotee asks him, what is the meaning of end of enjoyment? What kind of enjoyments one should finish? What kind of enjoyments one should complete for during the lifetime? And then Sri Ramakrishna says, I mean the enjoyment of woman and gold. Sri Ramakrishna says, that is the enjoyment, the desire for woman and gold. The desires of lust and greed, they are the bottlenecks towards liberation. They are the bottlenecks, they are the hazards that are not allowing us to reach the lotus feet of the Lord. And we are drawn into this worldly whirlpool of temptations and attractions. It is risky to put a typhoid patient in a room where pitchers of water and jugs of pickled tamarind are kept. Sri Ramakrishna says, just like when a typhoid patient is lying in a room and there are jugs of water and the plate full of pickles and savories and all kind of snacks, food items, how can that typhoid patient come out of the typhoid disease? Till the time these allurements, these temptations are there in the room, even looking at them, when his mouth starts watering, he is further deteriorating in his condition. He is not getting improved at all. So, till the time these woman and gold, the lust and greed temptations are surrounding us, how can we come out of that desire of not enjoying them? Most people don't feel any longing for God unless they have passed through the experience of wealth, name, fame, creature comforts, and the like. That is to say, unless they have seen through these enjoyments. Unless they have seen through these enjoyments, unless they have fulfilled these desires for lust and greed, their minds won't turn Godward at all, Sri Ramakrishna says. For that, okay, let them put an end to those enjoyments. You enjoy and then say, what? Then discriminate. Oh, this is what they call enjoyment. I didn't enjoy at all. It was a momentary enjoyment and then that's it. What is so great about it that this entire world is craving for? So with this kind of discrimination, having experienced the enjoyment which is really not an enjoyment, then they will turn Godward. Then they will take on the path of spirituality. Then they will take on the path of renunciation. Now this person again, the moment Sri Ramakrishna said that the enjoyment of woman and gold is what drawing us back. Now this person again asks, who is really bad, man or woman? thinking that Sri Ramakrishna will say, of course, women are bad. They are drawing people into the whirlpool of worldly attractions. So with that intention, this person asked this question to Sri Ramakrishna, that who is really bad, man or woman? Anticipating that Sri Ramakrishna will say, women are bad. They are the pullers in this whirlpool. But what was Sri Ramakrishna's answer? Sri Ramakrishna says, as there are women endowed with vidyāśakti, so also there are women with avidyāśakti. Don't say women are only bad. There are women who are endowed with the power of knowledge. There are women who are endowed with the power of devotion, the vidyāśakti. So also there are bad women who are endowed with avidyāśakti, who are endowed with the power of ignorance, who are endowed with power of darkness. A woman endowed with spiritual attributes leads a man to God. A woman who is spiritually inclined, she will take the man with her to the God. She won't allow that man to drown in the whirlpool of worldliness. She will carry the man out of the worldly temptations. The woman who is endowed with vidyāśakti, the woman who is endowed with spiritual inclinations, spiritual attributes. But a woman who is the embodiment of delusion, the woman who is the embodiment of the avidyāśakti, of the power of ignorance, of the power of delusion, makes him forget God and drowns him in the ocean of worldliness. That is what the other type of women they do. Sri Ramakrishna says it is not all women are bad. There are some women endowed with the spirituality. But also there are women who are endowed with ignorance, and they tempt the men into the whirlpool, into the ocean of worldliness. They just drown a man in the whirlpool, in the ocean of worldliness. So Sri Ramakrishna has categorically said it is not that only women are bad. You see good women, you see bad women, and it is there in the entire creation for that matter. And coming to this particular topic, statement of Sri Ramakrishna, that how the spiritually endowed women, they help men to get God realization, a real practical the happening in the life of Sri Ramakrishna and our Ma. Once Ma was sitting with Sri Ramakrishna, and suddenly Sri Ramakrishna put her a question, that have you come to drown me in the worldliness? Suddenly Sri Ramakrishna put this question to her to see her reaction, Ma's reaction. What is her reply? And Ma said, no, why should you think so? I am here to help you in gaining your spiritual ideal. I am here to help you in reaching your enlightenment, your ultimate goal. See how beautifully the God incarnate and the Goddess incarnate, the Lord incarnate and the Divine Mother incarnate, they were helping each other towards that spiritual enlightenment. Ma clearly said, I am here to help you out in reaching your spiritual ideal. Don't think I'm here to pull you down in the ocean of worldliness. That was Ma's answer to Sri Ramakrishna. And then Sri Ramakrishna said, on this aspect of the vidyāśakti and avidyāśakti, that this is the creation of Maya, Mahamaya. Both Vidya and Avidya, in the form of power, in the form of knowledge, whether it is Vidya or Avidya. That is the doing of the Mahamaya. And then Sri Ramakrishna elaborates this particular teaching of his. This universe is created by Mahamaya of God. The God has created Mahamaya, the great enchantress, the inscrutable power of illusion. That is what the God has created, this Mahamaya. And Mahamaya is further creating all these delusions and confusions in us. Good and bad, the holy and unholy, the pious and the vicious. All these pairs of opposites are the doing of Mahamaya. The universe is created by the Mahamaya of God. Mahamaya contains both vidyamaya, that is the illusion of knowledge, and avidyamaya, that is the illusion of ignorance. The Mahamaya herself is comprised of both vidyamaya and avidyamaya. Through the help of vidyamaya, one cultivates such virtues as taste for holy company, knowledge, devotion, love, and renunciation. The way that Sri Ramakrishna has shown, way for the householders, love, prayer, discrimination, renunciation, all these attributes, all these things, they start happening with the blessing, with the grace of vidyamaya. Avidyāmaya consists of 5 elements and the objects of 5 senses. This is what avidya does. Avidya, it consists of 5 elements, the Pancha Mahabhuta, the air, water, fire, ether, space, which has brought all this creation into effect. This entire creation is nothing but the combination of these 5 Pancha Mahabhuta, 5 primary elements. And with those primary elements, the Avidyāmaya has also endowed us with the 5 senses. The hearing, smell, touch, seeing, all these 5 senses that we use. And she has created 5 sense objects, one for each of these senses. So the moment these sense objects, they attract the senses, we get confused. These sense objects, the creations of the Pancha Mahabhuta, they are constantly alluring us, they are constantly attracting us, making us desirous of enjoying those objects. And we have corresponding senses too. While the objects are there, they have corresponding senses. The good side, the bad side, and we have the eyes. We hear something good, we hear something bad, and we have the ears to hear whatever is happening. Some touches are so soothing, so good, some touches are so painful. For that, God has given us the Mahamaya, the Vidyamaya has given us the sense of touch. And all these senses which are like a jigsaw puzzle. The senses, they fit with the sense objects, and that creates all this confusion, all this delusion. That is the creation of Avidyāmaya. So Vidyamaya takes us forward, takes us Godward with all those attributes that Sri Ramakrishna has told us how to lead our way of the householder, of love, prayer, discrimination, and renunciation. That is the doing of Vidyamaya. And our getting trapped by the sense objects through the senses, that is the doing of Avidyamaya. So Sri Ramakrishna says, always beware of Avidyamaya. But you have to accept that also. You have to accept both are there. Now use your discrimination. Which Maya we are going to follow. That is the power of discrimination Sri Ramakrishna has told us. Whether we are going to follow Vidyamaya or we are going to follow Avidyamaya. So that is Sri Ramakrishna's teaching on this particular topic of who is bad. Whether man is bad or a woman is bad. Sri Ramakrishna says no woman is bad at all. There are both types. Now it depends on your looking at them, how you want to treat the woman, how that if you are lucky enough to get the vidyāśakti with you, then you are going nearer to God. But if you are near avidyāśakti, then you are drowned in the whirlpool of worldliness. Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji.